Sometimes when we don't get our needs met, we blame the people we're dating, when we never communicated those needs in the first place. Society often teaches us to not have needs or expect people to read our minds, and that's ridiculous. Not only is this taught to women, it's also taught to men because men are taught to be tough and to not have any needs at all. That it's somehow a sign of weakness. When you're in a relationship long term, it's not going to work out if you're not willing to express your needs. Being able to admit that you have a need is a sign of strength, not weakness. Because it takes a degree of bravery to admit that you need something and that they may judge you because you're in a vulnerable position. In some cases, if you're not even worried about what they'll think of you, that's a lot of green flags in general showing that you have high self-esteem. You're not looking outward for external validation. Even when it leads to difficult conversations in your relationship, it's important to express those needs. And of course, be reasonable, because if you go over the top, then no one can reasonably meet your needs and you're probably going to be single the rest of your life. So there's a happy middle to everything. Sometimes we feel like we don't deserve to have any of our needs met because when we're rejected, that's the message we get from it, that we're not worthy of having those needs met. So we then don't put ourselves out there because we're afraid of being in pain or being rejected again. So I get it, it's really hard in those moments, but you still need to try. If it's a need that you're incapable of fulfilling yourself, you've been rejected, maybe you've asked a couple of the wrong people, maybe you can give yourself half of it and then find someone to give you the other half. Too often you see people reach out for help, they get rejected, and then they just sort of give up on themselves.